I've read about 13, almost 14 books this month, so let's talk about it. Hello, my magical book fairies. Welcome back to another video. Like I said in the intro before the actual intro before this one, I've read maybe 13, about 14 books. I'm currently on book 13 right now. So just in the month of April, which surprisingly, oh my god, that's the most I've read so far this year. So yeah, so anyways, let's talk about the books I read this month, in the month of April. And yeah, so anyways, if you're new to my channel, welcome back. Get comfy, get cozy, grab your snack, grab your drink, grab whatever you want to do to watch this video. And let's start on the video, shall we, my magical book fairies? Okay, so here's the stats. We're doing a new thing where I'm just going to post a picture here. So yeah, here's the picture of the stats of the month of April, and yeah, a lot of pages read this month, in the month of April. So holy cow. Okay, so the first book I've read was As Good as Dead by Holly Jackson. I gave it a 5 out of 5 because I love Holly Jackson, okay? Her books are so good. The only book I have not read of hers is Not Quite Dead Yet, which is a new release recently. And this one took me 3 days to read, which usually that's my average anyway. The book was good. I'm not gonna spoil anything, but the plot twist, like, what? Like, I thought it was one character, but it technically was the other color. I was like, holy shiitake mushroom. Like, wow. Pip is amazing. I'm sad that this series is over, but you know what? It's okay. That is a good last read of Holly Jackson to start out in the month of April. So yeah, I gave it a 5 out of 5. I do recommend, and I'm sad it's over. So yeah, and the only one I do not recommend is what is it? Fly Survive. But I do recommend this one, As Good as Dead, for sure. Next is A First Time for Everything. I gave it 4 stars. It was actually pretty good. It took me 2 days to finish. The book was good. Honestly, the characters were good. The chapters were long. The book was long, which honestly I didn't mind. The plot was good. I maybe recommend it to some, maybe don't recommend to others. So it's like a 50-50, and the rating was 4 stars. Next is The Coworker by Frida McFadden. This is my first Frida McFadden book. I gave it 3.75 stars. It was just missing something to get to 4, but it was really good. The plot, shocking. The twists and the turns were also shocking. I kind of recommend it to some people. Depends on what people want to read, but honestly, this is the first Frida McFadden book I've ever read, which there's another one here soon that I'm going to recommend. That I do recommend. Like I said, it's iffy. It's a 50% of who wants to read it and who doesn't. So don't take my opinion. If you want to read it, that's fine. And it was into 2 parts, so it's part of one character and then a part of another character, which honestly I don't mind, like, at all. Next is Alchemy of Secrets by Stephanie Garber. This is Stephanie Garber's adult debut novel. Honestly, since I love Stephanie Garber, this was not it for me. I gave it 2.25 stars. It took me 2 days to read, which don't mind, but I really didn't get the plot. The plot was maybe mid, but it was a lot better than the book that I read last year that I gave 1 star. And I'm sad that I didn't like it. It's a 2.5 stars, but I'm so sad I didn't like it. I really don't recommend it to everyone, but if you want to read Stephanie Garber's Alchemy of Secrets, you go ahead, but don't take my word for it. But honestly, I don't recommend it, but I am going to give that book a new home eventually once I sell it on Pango or give it to my local library. So next is Betting on You by Lynn Painter. This is the third Lynn Painter book I've read in the past year. The first two were last year. I gave it 4.75 stars. I do recommend. I'm keeping that book to annotate. That's how good it was. Plot and the characters were good. There's the FMC's characters, I'm just going to say they're a little bit longer than the MMC's characters. And that, just a fair warning if you don't want to read it. If you want to read it, don't take my opinion for it. But I did like it. And, the plot and the characters were good. I just wish the FMC's chapters were a little bit shorter. But other than that, I loved it. So, yeah. Next, we have Caravel, which is a reread. The book was amazing. I gave it 5 stars, obviously. The plot was good. The characters were good. And I read it in, like, the 13th and the 14th of April, so like a day. So like not the whole day. Like majority of it I read at a doctor's office, but it wasn't for me. It was for my mom's doctor's appointment. But other than that, nothing major. I loved it. I finished majority of it. I think majority of it at the doctor's office, but I annotated it, like the words, the quotes. Oh my gosh, like if I could show you, I will show you. But it was so good, and I do recommend. And if you like, I've been seeing debate about, do you read Caravel first or do you want to read Once Upon a Broken Heart first? I honestly, in my opinion, read Once Upon a Broken Heart then Caravel, but it's your opinion. I do recommend, and Stephanie Garber's the queen that she is. I'm just sad that I didn't like her other book. Alchemy of Secrets. So yeah. Next is The Murder Before Christmas. I gave it 3 stars. This was a Christmas present gift from my sister, and I told her, like, I gave her my honest opinion. I gave it 3 stars. I honestly do not recommend it, in my opinion. The plot was okay. The book was short. The rating is 3 stars, and honestly, I don't even have a quote. Usually I have quotes. Like, I now have quotes. Like, the rating is in purple gel ink, and then the rating is in black regular pen. But I don't have a quote for this, because honestly, I could not think of any quotes. So I don't think I'm going to put any quotes when I update this later. But yeah. I had to tell my sister, I'm like, I don't recommend it. I don't like it. So, and honestly, I'm going to probably donate it to my local library, most likely, or just donate it to a secondhand thrift store. So next is, I'm currently on an Abby Jimenez kick, so I've been reading a lot of her books recently this year, so that's probably going to be my top author this year, just letting y'all know, for the year. And so this year, so the first book I read in April of hers was The Friend Zone. I gave it 4.5 stars. I recommend it. The book was good. The characters were good. 4.5 stars. And honestly, it was so cute. Both the plot and everything. So obviously, I do recommend it. That's all I'm. Next is The Housemaid. Oh my. The Housemaid. Oh my gosh. That is probably my favorite book of the month of April, because honestly, it's so, I wrote, oh my god, this book was so fucking fantastic. Sorry about my language, but it's so true. Like, I could not put the book down. Like, I finished it in like a day. Like, majority of it I read. That's when I've been, like, the weekend. I think I read it on the weekend. Yeah, I did read it on that Saturday because it was WrestleMania weekend. So, yeah. So, yeah, honestly, it was so good. That's for sure. Next was Abby Jimenez, The Happily Ever After playlist. This was WrestleMania weekend, so if you know, you know, by Abby Jimenez, and the book was good. Abby Jimenez just knows how to write a book. The characters were good. 4.75 stars. I do recommend as well. So, yeah. And if I didn't say I recommended The Housemaid, I do recommend The Housemaid, that's for sure. So, yeah, that's all I'm going to say about Abby Jimenez's Happy Ever After playlist. Oh my god. Book. Oh my god. So good. And, honestly, like I said, Abby Jimenez knows how to write a book, and I do recommend, and the rating is 4.75. Is Woven in the Moonlight. I finished this in about 2 days. The book was pretty good, not gonna lie. I honestly don't recommend it, but if you want to, that's okay. But this is Woven in the Moonlight by Isabel Abanez. I think I'm saying it right. I do recommend it for some people. Some people probably wouldn't, so it's an iffy about it. So 50%, 50%. It's a YA fantasy, it's good, and it's a duology, I believe, so the chapters are a little long, but honestly, that's okay, and there's, like, I think 28, 29 chapters, and the chapters are written in Spanish, like, the chapter, like, chapter 1, chapter 2, like, but the whole book is written in English, but just, like, chapter 1, chapter 2, that's in Spanish, just letting you know, but I love it. So, like I said, I get 4 stars, and I'm 50-50 about who wants to read and who. So next is Life's Too Short by Abby Jimenez. Like I said, I read a lot of Abby Jimenez this month. The book was amazing. I just finished this last night. I'm sad it's over. The trilogy is over. Oh my gosh, the ALS representation about this book. Oh my god, check your trigger warnings before reading this, because the book was good, sad. It was all over the place, but I loved it, like, all around. And ALS is ugly disease. I don't know anyone personally that has it, but all I know is that, like, I see these celebrities and just average day normal people that have it, and honestly, it sucks. So, yeah, I do give it 4.5 stars. I do recommend it, and it was just so good. Why is that trilogy over? And next are the maybe possible 2 books that I have left, so yeah, so the next 2 books are, like, I'm currently reading Yours Truly right now by Abby Jimenez, and then maybe A Court of Thorn and Roses, so the first book in the ACOTAR series. So, yeah. I hope you liked today's video, and just let me know what you think about these books, and what books do you want to, what do you think? I honestly, I don't know, like, what books were you excited for me to see me read? Honestly, I read, like, a lot. This is, like, the first time, so, because my highest was in February, and that was, like, 12 books, but this one is, like, damn, like, 13, 14, so, anyways, I'll see y'all next week for a vlog, at a local church retreat, just letting y'all know, and again, I will see you all next week for another video. Okay, my lovely magical book fairies, bye!